wake up every day to a new backyard and get everything you need taken care of, whether that's food or laundry or getting you around the world.
So for today's video, we have to talk about a 4-year cruise that is trending all over the internet called the Skip Forward, or better known as at the moment, the Escape Trump Cruise for US citizens that do not want to stay in the United States during Trump's presidency, basically taking place between now and 2028, which I guess for some people it maybe possibly sounds like a good idea. But what's interesting about this situation is that it does loop into a video that I covered back in September, which we are going to talk about here in this video now. But first, we are going to watch a video clip of the CEO of this cruise talking about what's going on.
If you're looking for an escape either for two years, 3 years, 4 years, or 1 year, there is no better place than on a ship, right? Where you can wake up every day to a new backyard and get everything you need taken care of, whether that's food or laundry or getting you around the world. It's a very reasonable and achievable way to live a lifestyle like this. So you have the 1 year escape from reality. You have the 2 year midterm selection. You have the 3 year anywhere but home, and you have the 4 year skip forward. And so regardless of who had won, we had this in the works. So it's not really a political campaign at all. It's just the timing is with the election, and it just happened that Trump won, and there's more Democrats that are unhappy about living in the US now than Republicans. We go to about 150 countries in the circumnavigation, about 425 destinations. So in the 4 year period, it might be a little more than that.
So the cruise ship in question that this anti-Trump cruise is supposed to take place on is known as the Villavai Odyssey. It was initially launched in the year 1993, holds about 1,000 passengers at full capacity, so it's not a large ship by any means, and over the years it has been passed around quite a bit. It's been owned by Crown Cruise Line, Cunard, Norwegian or NCL, Fred Olsen Cruise Line, just to name a few, before Villavai Residencies ended up buying this ship. As far as the price to indulge and stay on board the Villavai Odyssey, it'll cost you roughly $40,000 per year, and that's just the starting price. I'm also assuming it doesn't come with drinks and massages and all that jazz, but nevertheless, that's the price if you want to escape the Trump presidency. So here's the interesting details about this cruise ship, the Villavai Odyssey, and this 4-year cruise. I talked about this ship back in September when it was stuck in Ireland for about 3 months. There was a woman by the name of Jenny Phoenix that was banned from sailing on this ship even though she had paid her 4-year price tag. Why? Because she complained that there was a 3-month delay. I think it inevitably ended up being a 4-month delay. However, after some negotiations, the Villavai Odyssey decided that they were going to let her and the other person that they banned for complaining back on board. Why, you may ask? I don't know this for a fact, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that with all the people that ended up leaving because of the delays and everything that had taken place with the price tag and the uncertainty of an older ship sailing around the world, as nice as it might sound on paper, for 4 years' time, they need to get butts and seats, which does explain, of course, the letting of the 2 passengers to come back on board, as well as the Escape Trump cruise that's currently being promoted right now. Now, to be clear here, personally, I'm not criticizing I want to say business strategy that Villavai Residencies is currently using. Hey, it is business and you got to get butts and seats however you see fit. However, I will say that the mixing of people that want to go on a 4-year vacation alongside people that feel so strongly about politics that they are willing to jump on a cruise from anywhere to a couple years or 1 year or 4 years, what have you, I don't think it's a good mix, which there's surprisingly a girl on TikTok that explains this pretty well, in my opinion.
There's a company that's offering a 4-year cruise with the whole idea being it's a way for people to completely skip Donald Trump's presidency. The cruise itself is called Skip Forward. And my first thought when I heard that was, how expensive is that? And the answer, shockingly, is pretty expensive. It costs over $250,000 to be on that cruise for 4 years. To have enough money to go on that cruise, you would have to make at least $65,000 a year and save all of that for 4 years. And just have that money lying around to spend. Based on that, do we think the people going on this cruise to skip Donald Trump's presidency really need to be on there? Do we think putting a bunch of upper-class people on a boat together, isolating them together, and having them be weighted on hand and foot by, I'm assuming, lower-class people, is a good way to avoid Donald Trump's America? One of the packages that they're offering is literally called Escape Reality, and the idea of being privileged and rich enough to just completely escape the awful things that are going to be happening to a lot of people that just don't have that luxury, it's icky. It's icky, and you're part of the problem.
Now, as we close this video out, of course, hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe if you have not already. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to end this video by showing all of you some clips of some freakouts. There's something called TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome. People are freaking out all over TikTok. Now, I want you to imagine if any of you fine folk out there, I'm not knocking it, should you accept and pay to go on this 4-year Escape Trump cruise, you may potentially be dealing with this.
You voted for a racist, a rapist, a dictator. You voted for a bully, a bigot, and a narcissist. Even the Germans tried to warn us, but you didn't listen. You didn't listen to the historians, the psychologists, the educators, and the intellectuals. Of course not, because Dictatorship 101 is to convince you to distrust the media, the educated, and to create an us versus them mentality.